Hey guys, what's happening? We all gonna do us a bit of mud flap mining. I got a big red Ford, man, and let's see if you can see it there. It was dirty. These wheelhouses and everything are packed with mud and guns. And just out of the running boards alone, I already sampled it a little bit. There's the two running boards. I got that much concentrates, and I want the two mud flaps. It barely fits on my frame machine. And it's a bit bent. Crash. You think maybe the wheel might be back a little far, so there might be some bendage up in the frame. We're gonna do some bodywork magic before it's all said and done with. I had to wait an extra week. I use my tool boards for my frame machine, but I need some taller ones for the newer F-150s. $1,000 worth of 4 of them blocks and 2 of these fancy screws. Can't tell you exactly whose truck this is or nothing like that, but due to customer confidentiality, but needless to say, he was in a gold bearing area when they came to an abrupt stop. Well, I finally got this bad Larry locked down to the rack. A little bent. She's a little bent. So, I told you I needed to take an order these brackets, these E9s, and those screws. What I failed to do is, it also calls for 2 more of these risers. And of course, nobody in Juneau's got that weird metric style tubing. Fortunately, the other rack system for the clamps on the smaller cars is the same kind of tubing, so I use that as a riser. And I failed to also see that this one here is supposed to be, instead of an E2 like this one, supposed to be an E5 or H6 rather. And I don't know what the difference is. I'll have to find out Monday. But it's clamped down. It's thoroughly secured. I just did a basic rundown, and it's swayed over. Right now it's looking at about 15 millimeters right at the front of the cab. I'm quite certain here at the front of the suspension it's probably even worse. But 20 tons worth of pulling is going to make that son of a bitch come around. We'll continue our mud flap mining when time allows. Here, let's get the big view. Yeah, let's try this again. Well, like I told old Tim Grimes at Gold Prospector Space or prospectorsradio.com, I'd finish up my mud flap mining. So what's going on here is, this is actually the protecting pan off the bottom of a gas tank under a truck. It came off of a truck that was up in Canada on the Indian River. Consequently, that truck got wrecked. And driving around up there on the roads of the Indian River, as you can expect, there's tons and tons of mud. Well, I've been kind of scraping the mud off this truck as I went along. And every time I've done any panning, out of this mud that's come off this truck, I've gotten gold. A lot of real fine red garnets in it too. It's just it's just some novelty dirt to pan. Yeah, this is definitely novelty dirt. This is the last I've got. The truck is pretty well cleaned out. Of course, I still don't have it done. I'm having a hard time finding all the parts for this Raptor pickup. But, no, I'm going to go ahead and run this dirt. I'll get this all done just so you guys can see I actually do find some gold in mudflap mining. I've never done it. I've always thought about it. I've been a body man all my life, and I've always thought about, hey, is there gold in that mudflap? Well, finding out today. Actually, I already know there can be gold in your mudflaps. Yeah, happy 3rd of July. Well, I got my novelty Raptor Ford pickup truck mudflap mining dirt. I'm going to put it through a 20 mesh screen. Going to rinse it out a bit and then I'll go from there. Well, that's the dirt I got. The plus 20s. I'm going to do a little bit of panning here in a minute. Let's see what happens. I didn't feel like panning it. I don't feel like using the multi-sluice cut on this. This is just novelty dirt anyways. Let's get it camera and show you a little close-up. Kind of some neat looking rocks compared to what I get all the time. Oops. Oh, what's it doing? Kind of neat looking rock. A lot of quartz, a lot of shattered quartz. A real shattered quartz. Indian River, Canada. Ooh, Canada. Some mica. You got plastic. And then again, it was in a car crash. Oh, look at there. There's more plastic. There's rare gems of plastic. Crystals. Mudflap mining. Just pan it down until you start seeing some of the black heavies. Go ahead and let it pull down. Okay, there's some of the black heavies. Let's go ahead and pull it back to the bottom of the pan. Fluff it all up nice and flat. Put it all back down there, jiggle, hold still. Pull it down. Water come up, pull it down. Okay, now it turned color. Now it's starting to look, see the blacks. Peel the light muddy stuff off first. And once you get down to it and where you're starting to see just the black muddies, then you can start looking for the reds. Because I already know that there's garnets in this too. And I'm staying in the larger riffle for now. Pull the very end of it off, I think. See, now look at there. Now I'm starting to see the reds. Okay, so I've gone past the blacks and starting looking at the reds. And I got less material, so let's go on over to the finer riffle. We'll shake it all up, keep it at the bottom. Jiggle it just a little bit, let it settle right down that riffles. Peel down. We're going to peel the blondes down to the reds. Oh. Yeah, well, there's a lot of black, so let's go ahead and peel it again. There's a lot more of my garnet sand showing up. Get a little bit of water in there. Clean the pan a little bit. Get all the rocks and everything down to one edge. And let's go over to the finer spot. No ripples at all. Go all the way to the bottom. The water come up and take that edge off. And fluff it up. I'm going to take a look at it here. Well, it's probably not going to show up, but right, that top edge, that dirt. Dirt gold. All those coordinates. But there is a tiny bit of gold in it too. So this is just novelty dirt. It's just the idea that you wouldn't think that driving down a gold bearing road in a dirt road that the mud will sling up underneath your car. You're taking it home and you're taking home gold with you. And let's see here, see if I can get as clear as I want to get. And that right over there is the gold. And that right there is the concentrated black sands, garnets, and stuff like that. Out of that piece of plastic that came out from underneath that piece of truck. So when you're driving down a gold dirt road, yes, you might be taking gold home with you. This guy did. But I got it. Happy 4th of July, folks. Actually, that right there is what I got out from the gas tank holder mud flap cons. That's the gold.